Evening, guys. Today we're going to talk grease guns. So we've got the big dog here. You know me, I like my Milwaukee. So we got the Milwaukee grease gun, and I got a couple toys or add-ons for this thing. We got it from Lock-n-Lube. So we've got the XL grease fitting, and that's a GC 81042. And then we've got the Milwaukee pressure return valve from Lock-n-Lube. And then we also got the swivel for the Milwaukee by Lock-n-Lube. So I ordered all three of those parts. I'm just going to show you how to put it together. The tools you're going to need is a 17mm wrench, a 14mm wrench, a 13mm wrench, and then a 5mm Allen. Now I do have some slide glide here. This is just non-melting, non-freezing, non-governing, weatherproof, and I'm just going to lubricate the O-rings when I put this together. And then I got some tape. You don't really need it if you lock it down good enough. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the battery out of here. I'm kind of dedicated to the M18 products because, as you can see, everything I have is Milwaukee. I like all their tools, never had a problem. So I thought, well, I got a excellent top of the line grease gun. I'm going to put it with the accessories that are top of the line too, which is the Lock-n-Lube stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to crank this out and slide it like that, and then release the air. There's no grease in here, so we're just going to start from scratch. So I'll just put these aside for a second, and then I'll go ahead and disassemble this. So I'm going to take this off first, and that's a 14 and a 17mm. This is taking the old grease fitting off, and you're just going to squeeze them together. It's on there pretty tight, so that's coming off. That'll go in the spare tool bin. And then we're going to take the hose off this thing, and that's a 17mm. And believe it or not, that wasn't on too terribly tight. It's kind of a pain to get off. This is where editing with fast forward come into play. This is the hose. I'm going to set this aside for now. Just put it up over here. And then I'm going to take, the first thing is the pressure return valve. So what happens is when you're pumping grease into anything and you get too much pressure, when you go to release the coupler, it won't release. It's really hard. So what this is going to do is this is going to put grease back in the barrel with the twist of a knob once it's in that, so you can get that coupler off real easy. And then it puts all the grease back in the barrel, so you're not wasting nothing. It's not squirting out the end and you're wasting a bunch of grease. So you're going to take your 5mm, this bolt right here, that's in there pretty good. You're going to take that out. And they do make these for DeWalt and Lincoln, all the major air guns. The Milwaukee and the Ryobi are the same. I think Ryobi is actually made by Milwaukee. And then the DeWalt has its own valve, and then Lincoln does too. And you can tell that you got the right one from Milwaukee. Got the little M symbol there. So you're going to take this little bag. I'm just going to rip it open. There's an extra O-ring in here for the hose, but we don't need that because I'm going to put the swivel and everything on there, and that comes with it. So this is just going to go in here. See how fast I can go here. And that's going to be your, I believe your 13mm. Yeah, 13mm. And you don't have to get over crazy tight on this, guys. Just seat it and then give it a little turn. You guys know I don't edit my videos, so this is like real-time process here. And that's good enough there. And then this fitting has a little O-ring on it. Next, you're going to put this on, and you're going to have two flat O-ring washers. One's going to go on this side of the banjo bolt, and one's going to go on this side. They were already on there when I took it apart. So this little piece here is going to go right onto that piece you just put on. Like that. And then we're going to put this banjo bolt in, and that's your 14 millimeter. And you don't have to go crazy nuts on this either, guys. Once it's seated, you'll know, and then maybe just give it a little oomph like that. Now this is on. Now the next thing we're going to do, that's it for this one. Like I said, that's a LN81300-M. M stands for Milwaukee. You can go on the Lock-n-Lube website and look at the different manufacturers for this type of valve, and they've got them. So shipping was really quick to me. It was like 3 days, pretty fast. The next thing we're going to do is put on the swivel, and this just makes it so that hose is easier. I'm going to take some of this Slide Glide. It looks like it might have a little oil already on it from Lock-n-Lube. I'm just going to put a little bit on there, not a whole lot. And then there's the one on this side too. I'm going to put it on that side. That's the extra O-ring you have in the other piece. We're just going to seat that on there. And actually, I think I'll put this in. I'm sorry, that's going to be a 14 millimeter. So we're going to twist that on. That's it for that portion of it. Yeah, my wrench didn't like sitting in that position, but so that's it. That's going to make it so my hose swivels. So now we're going to go to the hose. Put it right here. And that's already got the O-ring. I put a little bit of grease on there. Probably didn't need it. It looked like it had a little on there anyway. You can always put it like this too. Make sure it seats right. It's seated nice and flat. And then this is the bugger part. You got to kind of twist the hose. Oh, you know what I did? Stupid me. I got the wrong end on there. We all make mistakes, guys. It's okay. So I'm going to cinch that up. And then I believe that's a 14, 17. We're going to tighten that bugger up. Cool. Now it swivels. And the last but most important part, I went with the XL. It's got an extended reach. And then Lock-n-Lube is pretty cool. They send you a rebuild kit with this valve. I don't think I'll be needing this for a long time, but I'm going to put it with the extra parts and put it in the drawer, the old John Deere drawer over there. And we're just going to put this on. And we're going to go 17 on there. And then 14, and then just tighten this end up. I was going to put some tape on this, but I don't think we're going to need to. The old one was on there pretty tight. Fumbling through this was kind of a challenge too. So there it is. The M18 is all upgraded. It's got the Lock-n-Lube fitting on the end, and then it's got the valve, and it's got the swivel. So it's everything. This is actually going to kind of make greasing this thing very fun. Right here, well, anything you look at here has got a grease fitting, and that's on there really good. So I think I'm going to be really happy with it. Everything I have here has a grease fitting. But another video to come. I don't know if I'll really make one because there's good videos on how to load this M18 up with grease and everything and all the features on it. Right now, this is a model 2646-20. That's the bare tool. You can get them where they have a holder, a battery, and all that. But as you can see, I've got enough batteries. So I just got the bare tool. Lock-n-Lube does sell a kit where you can get this Milwaukee and then pick your fittings, and they give you a discounted price on it and ship it to the house. Or there's Amazon. There's plenty of places you can go with the M18 or the M12. I went with this one. That's all there is to it, guys. It was an easy upgrade. It was relatively cheap, and it was fast shipping. And the guys at tech support and stuff were really cool. They know what they're doing and sent me all the correct stuff. Till next time, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Otherwise, go ahead and get it from them. It's pretty cool stuff.